Pee pee poo poo, that's why. Pee pee poo poo.
For today's cup of coffee, we're going to continue exploring dreams, nightmares, night terrors, other things that can occur while we're asleep, which includes visions, premonitions, forewarnings, these types of things can appear as dreams. But yeah, so not everything that occurs during nighttime is necessarily a dream. And Yates, God love him, I gain more and more respect for Yates with each and every share that he gives me. He's been very aware of a lot of the supernatural, paranormal experiences in his world, and appreciate that. And we're teaching others to be aware of these things also. Some people may think, oh, it's just me. No, it's not just you. Yates writes, this dream scenario was the only one I would call a nightmare. It was a frequent dream over a period of perhaps 4 years. Fortunately, it hasn't been repeated for about 2 years past. In stately homes in the UK, a usual feature is a sunken garden in the grounds. The ones I have visited are beautiful places with lush vegetation and a pond in the center, a nice place to sit and relax. My first dream embracing the sunken garden I remember very well. I was standing at a gate leading to a grassy field on a hot summer day. I went through the gate and on the downhill path leading to the sunken garden. All was well, and I went through the gate into the garden. The plants and exotic trees, which I saw in full color in the dream, were a joy to see. Going further in, I saw the ornamental pond, and then for no reason I was struck with terror. I woke up palpitating and tried to get the scene out of my mind because it was that upsetting. The same dream occurred perhaps twice a year over that 4-year period. The last time I had it, the event was rather different. Same scene as before with the gate to the field. But as I went to open the gate, I was aware of what was in store for myself and tried to stop the Dream Yates from going in. I explained to Dream Yates what was down there and pleaded with him not to go because that I would have to go with him as if we were joined. Dream Yates responded that it was okay. It was only leading to a sunken garden. Dream Yates started on the field path to the garden with me beside him. I was in absolute terror, but he wouldn't listen to my begging him not to go. I was terrified as we both walked down that path. However, the nightmare ended just before we reached the gate to the garden. Once again, I woke up sweating. That was the last time it happened, thank goodness. Yates, it's incredible. And there's so many things, the nature of duality, that was what first came to mind. You know, how many times have we wished that we could have forewarned earlier selves of what was to become, and that perhaps we would have chosen different paths. And the interesting thing, and I've pondered this since you emailed me, what was in the pond? You know, and I wondered if there wasn't some kind of an event, maybe on a subconscious level when you were a child, that had to do with water or the pond, that some kind of repressed or subconscious memory there. You know, that would be something for you to explore. I don't know, meditate on it maybe. And sometimes if we ask God to reveal things to us, He will. But also that duality of human nature, you know, wisdom versus the folly of youth. Yeah. So there's lots of directions that we could go on there. But the main thing is I want to know what was in the pond. And I wonder if, you know, for people who have ever done the lucid dreaming, which I've never been able to do, but there are some people that say that through the technique of lucid dreaming and being able to control their dreams and where they go and the choices they make within the dream state, I wonder if you could somehow enlist the aid of angel, Christ, somebody like that, to be with you to discover what was in the pond. So that's a mystery, and I understand that it being terrifying because, you know, things like that are, when we have unknown intense fears, there's always something there. So it's a matter of exploring that. or not. You know, there are times and places for all things, and that includes psychological and spiritual introspection. Because if you try to push someone too quickly, that's going to be counterproductive. It's going to make the fear worse. They have to be ready to explore. There's a difference between urging and forcing. And again, that goes back to that whole free will thing. So, fascinating subject there, Yates, and I thank you once again. Folks, if you've got paranormal, supernatural, dreams, alien encounters, UFO sightings, big feet, I guess I will take the skinwalkers. If they've been recently elected, let me know. I have my suspicions. I truly, truly do. We'll go into the next day or so about Marco Rubio requesting UFO disclosure from our government. That's for real. So, possible coming deception. Interesting times we're living in, folks. But send all your stories. If it's something you want to share with just me, that's perfectly fine. It can just be between us. Send those to cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. Know that you're very loved, and you all have a beautiful, blessed day.